Back again with some more full-size mini barrel action. Okay, roll the intro, and we're going to get into what is in these barrels and what is special about them. So first one I'm going to talk about is Cimarron Tequila Blanco. Es un tequila, pero muy tequila. So this is a really good tequila, especially for the money. It's a liter. I think it's like $30 for us. It doesn't, as far as I know, it does not have anything added to it. No flavoring, coloring, nothing to like thicken it. So it's really delicious, high quality, really, and it's surprisingly good for the money. So I thought, what if I could just make my own reposado or añejo tequila here at home? What I did is something all of these full-size mini barrels share in common is, so since it was not really easy to get the old lids out of these barrels, I went ahead and I just put the jigsaw blade down in the hole there, and I cut them in half, pulled them out, and I recharred the other side. Well, these four had the 4 heavily peated single malts in them that I tried to age, and they also had some sherry and port and Pinot Noir that I had kind of soaked the lids with a little bit. So each of these has those lids cut in half down inside, so it's pulling extra flavor from those lids. And I went ahead and I figured it'd be okay too because it's wintertime. Well, it's fall, coming into winter, and our temperatures is going to be cooler. It's cold. There's not going to be a lot of fluctuation, so not a lot of, the whiskey getting pulled into the wood and then being pressed out. Something else that all of these have in common is all of these do not have the oak lid. This lid is cherry, toasted to 400 degrees. Bake in the oven, 400 degrees, for 2 hours is what I did. And I'm really curious, right, the flavors that are going to come out of these. This Cimarron, I don't know if I'm going to leave it in long enough to technically call it an añejo, but I bet it's going to change color fast and pull a lot of flavor out because it's not going in, tequila typically, when they age it, it goes into a used bourbon barrel. This is, I'm saying, a brand new barrel with those other lids in there. So this one, man, I can't wait to try it. I like this tequila. The next one, a bottle that just don't like. Shanelle and I, this is was the biggest waste of $85 I've ever spent on alcohol. It's youthful, it's harsh, it tastes like flat beer. This is batch 9, Frey Ranch Farm Strength, 124.3 proof. I don't know, maybe they're going to be able to age this longer and it's going to get better, but this particular one, it's just definitely not our flavor profile. I appreciate what they're doing, like grain to glass. I believe for grain, that's great. Starting out, I hope it works for them, but let it age longer. It needs to age longer. I'm just going to say that. Okay. So that's what's in this one. Also, had those oak lids that used to have the heavily peated single malt in there. They're down inside. Kind of curious. This one here, the Balcones True Blue, I messed up on a different video. So this one is a mix of 90% of this True Blue cask strength and 10% sherry wine. I want to see on its own. I did that blend. It's super tasty, so good. Like if you guys want to get like a wine cask finished or a rum cask finished for fortified wines like port or sherry, just take 90% whiskey and 10% of that fortified wine and blend it, and it's delicious. If that's a little too much wine influence, cut it down to 5%. The rum, I don't know. I haven't tried it, but I'm sure it'll be a similar effect, you know, if you want to try it with a rye, which I am going to. But it just works way better than soaking like oak chips or these lids in the wine. That's what I found out. The last one, the Bull Run 14-year American whiskey barrel strength. So this one for $45, 14 years old, 117.84 proof. It was impressive, you know. I believe it's aged in like used barrels. I'm guessing they're bourbon, so you know it's not that dark. It's good. I bet it would be even better if it was a new barrel, you know, new oak barrels. So I went ahead and put that into this last barrel. Again, we got the heavily peated oak lids that I recharred. They're down in there. You know, charred the toasted and charred cherry lid. I'm super curious how these are going to turn out. I'm guessing I'm going to leave these in a bit longer than the 8 or 9 weeks that I've done before, just because, like I said, you know, the temperature now has just mellowed out. It's, you know, I don't know, 40s to 60s for us, and as we get into winter, it's just going to go down. So I do have these in the house though, so they hopefully stay a little bit warmer, but there's just not going to be as much interaction from the whiskey to the wood because of the temperature being cold and just even, kind of like in Scotland, which is why Scottish whiskies don't pull a lot of flavor from the casks. Plus they're used casks. Different story. Okay, there we go. I'm really stoked to try these. Thank you. If you got any questions, let me know. If you've made some of these full-size mini barrels already, you know, you've followed my videos of how to make the lids, let me know how it turned out. If not, hopefully soon, when we get enough like view hours, we then will be able to enable the, you know, selling these here on Amazon. I'm guessing, I'm thinking I might try and sell some of them. So, all right, until next time.